Hello, I'm going to show you how to create and use custom customer flyers. First, what is a customer flyer? If you've ever wanted to print a report about a listing, you'll notice that you have several options of reports. One of the reports, or several of the reports at the bottom, are known as customer flyers. So let's say we want a 7-photo flyer. We're going to click on Preview. And these customer flyers are exactly how they sound. They're for your customers. You can edit the color of this document. You can edit what's within these sections. Another one, we can see this custom customer flyer that was previously created. So we're going to learn how to edit what's within these containers and maybe edit the color of this so that you can use these reports to print out for your clients. So first, you're going to go to Menu, scroll down to Preferences, and click on My Reports. We're going to scroll down to the bottom of the available reports. And you'll notice that there's a section for customer flyers. Several of these have inherited after them. Inherited means that these were created by the MLS and can be accessed by anyone in the MLS. But if you wanted to customize them, click on New at the bottom of the screen. And you have many selections that you can choose from, but we're going to create a custom customer flyer. This will bring you to a template screen, and you can choose one of these templates in order to base your customer flyer off of. You cannot create your own template, so you do have to go with one of these. We're going to choose flyer. So first, at the top of this screen, you can update your theme. So a different color. I would also recommend, if you're planning on using these for your clients, to update from private to public, as this will give you access to just the public fields that clients are able to see. You'll also notice that we landed on a listing. If you wanted to see it with a different listing, you can just say random listing, and it will bring you up with a new one. So it will keep changing that address. You can also make this report for different property types. For now, we're just going to select residential. When you scroll down and view your flyer as it is, you'll notice that there's different containers. You can edit the information within these containers, but you cannot drag and replace and maximize and minimize these containers. They need to stay where they are because this form was designed to fit on a single page so that they can be printed on that single page. You'll notice that this field is the public remarks field, and it's red because there is more information that isn't showing in this container. Our public remarks allow up to 1,200 characters, so it may not be ideal to have these public remarks within this one container. So we're going to scroll to the bottom and add the public remarks to this larger container. So you're going to click on Edit this container. We're going to rename the title to Remarks. And you'll notice that you have the option for columns. We just want one column for the public remarks, or you could keep it two if you wanted to. And we're going to say, click here to add fields. Now you can scroll to see your options over here, or you can type into this search bar what you're looking for. So we're going to type in remarks, or start typing in remarks. Oops. Our public remarks are called public/internet remarks. So we're going to click on that. And then maybe we want the directions to the property too. But this name is a little long. You can rename these titles to what you would like. So we're going to just say public remarks and say done. You can also revert this back to the default name by clicking on this button right here. But we're going to say public remarks update. You'll notice because I added directions to property, again, this is red, which means there's content that's longer than this container. So if we wanted to delete a field, we'll go back in to edit the container and then click on the X next to the field we want to remove. And then say update. Now this container is no longer red, which means all of the content is now within this container. All right, so we're going to go to edit this container and make sure it's no longer red. So we're going to remove public remarks because we have that in a different container. We're going to update the name to property info. We're going to change this one from 1 column to 2 columns. And then we're going to click here to add fields. So again, you can scroll here and add fields on from here, or you can type into your search bar with exactly what you're looking for. So we're going to say current price. We're going to scroll down. Maybe list price per square foot. And then we want to maybe look for other ones like bedrooms. So we're going to add bedrooms in total. We're going to add baths. And then also you could reorder these on the right-hand side after adding different fields. So let's say you wanted baths total to be above baths full and baths half. So we're going to just click and drag. Again, you could rename these by clicking on the name already, renaming them, or you could delete them entirely if you wanted. And if you erase what you put in for your search bar, it's going to bring you back to what the list of options you have. So for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to keep adding some fields so you can see these different columns in action. And then once you're done with that, we're just going to add a couple more of these so we can see. Once you're completed with adding what you're looking for, you're going to click on this update button. And it will bring you back to your container or to your flyer. And you'll notice that this information, what we added, the current price, bedrooms, baths, etc., was added into this container. Now, if we had just selected one column, only the information would be on this left-hand side. By selecting 2 columns, you'll see that it was split down the middle, and the overflowing information was added onto the right-hand side. So you could go through and keep editing this container. You can edit your container that has your information on here as well. And now we're going to save the custom flyer that we just created. So you're going to come up to, actually before we save it, you can preview what it's going to look like. So we're going to click on preview. And this is what it will look like, again, without editing those edit container notifications. We didn't add everything to these fields, which is why some of them are blank. So you could go back and edit, or you could see what it's going to look like when you email it to a client. So when you email this, this is what it's going to show on a screen to your client. And this preview button is going to show you what it's going to look when you print it out. This is what it's going to look when you print it out on this screen. So it's going to be a one-sheeter. So now we're going to save what we did to our custom flyer. So we come up to Save Report, and we're going to name it. So we're just going to say Custom Test Flyer, just so we know what the name is. So you're going to click on Save. And then we're going to go out and see what it looks like. So let's say you're doing a quick search for a residential listing. We're just going to do a current price to narrow down our options. And we're going to click on Detail. So one way you could utilize this custom flyer is if you wanted to see, if you didn't want to see a detail report or whichever flyer you have selected here, you would come up to Report, click on this triangle, and change it to one of your custom test flyers or custom flyers. So this is the flyer we just created. So you could have it here. It may not contain all the information that the detail report that's inherited from the MLS contains, but you could do it there if you're just looking for some information on different properties, specific information. So you could also print this flyer, and you're going to select Public. Then you're going to scroll down, and the customer flyers are at the bottom of this detail section. And we're going to click on that custom test flyer and then click on preview. So this will show you your custom test flyer. And then you could either email it to a client or you could print it out. One last item I want to show you is how do you get your photo of yourself or your headshot on a custom flyer or any of the flyers that you are running or detail reports that you're running. You would come up to Menu, click on My Profile under Preferences, then click on Personal Photo and Logo Maintenance. And if you don't have any options here, you're just going to click on New. Select the type of photo that you're uploading, so you can upload a logo or a photo of yourself. You're going to name the photo. Then you're going to click on Choose File, which brings you to your computer files, and you'll locate the file where your photo is saved. Once you have selected your photo, you're going to click on Add. Once you add it, you can see your photo back on this My Logos and Photos screen. Once you upload your photo, it may take a couple minutes in order to be able to pull those into different reports. So that is how you would create and use custom flyers.